Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the ComedyCures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. This is probably one of the simplest strategies I'm going to teach you, but one of the most powerful. When I was diagnosed, I created a dedicated email just for my cancer treatment. And even today, over 2 decades later, I still have a dedicated email for my cancer treatment, for my survivorship, for my medical records. This makes it so much easier. So if you can, I want you to set up a Gmail account that is solely for your medical life. Now, why do we do this? One, it's great for organization. It just keeps everything in one place. 2, if you have to search, you only have one well to look in, right? Now you could say, oh my gosh, I have everything here and some there. If you trust someone, let them help you migrate your medical history into this one new email account. The other thing you have to do if you've been on this journey for a while is notify your doctors and your insurance that you have this new email address. And this email address is really solely for your insurance and your medical life. Why is this so important? Because there has to be boundary. The way that you really take control of the situation in the sense of you have your medical life and you have your outside life is that you start to put some boundary. There's this cool word called mechitza. And a mechitza, if you've ever seen a religious institution, a religious synagogue, sometimes they have men and women sitting on separate sides and they have like a wall between them. That is a boundary. That's a mechitza. Now, this has nothing to do with religion. It's just a word that means a separation. It's this separation between two things, right? That happens to be between men and women. Why do I do this? Because I teach that if you're looking at a piece of paper and you're looking at the word life, you want life to be in a very big, bold font, 36 font size, 72 font size, just huge. And you want it bold. And then you want the word cancer in like 6, 8 point font size, tiniest font size you can find. And then you want it to be a very faint color, like a lightish gray. But life, you want it vibrant, yellow, red, blue, purple, pink, whatever your favorite color is, but bold and huge. And that's the way I get up every day. Yes, I still have to deal with cancer survivorship, and I had to deal with cancer treatments when I was on active treatment. But life was always the bigger of the two. That was the proportion that I always led in this capacity. So I want you to set up your own email so that everything that is health related is separate, and your life email can just be joyful and full of friends and family, the way you would have a work email for your work life. This is just a different kind of work, beating cancer. So why wouldn't you have a dedicated email for it, right? Now, what comes along with your Google Gmail account is Google storage, right? There's the Google Cloud. So you can now have if you're comfortable and you don't need them HIPAA protected, you can have in your Gmail storage all your documents, and you can create folders. So if you have radiation documents, they can be under a radiation folder, or you can have all your attachments in one folder. You have to design it the way your brain works. I am super anal, so I like everything in its place. So I probably have way too many Google folders, but I like things in micromanagement. So we always talk about micro behaviors, micro habits. It's the same thing with my Google Drive. I like everything organized and titled so that I can find it really quickly. You have to do it the way you like. You might not even want to set up a Google folder or several Google folders. You might just want them in the attachments of emails, and then you'll search them in the email history. So again, if you're just starting out, this process will be a lot simpler because you're just now going to set up this email account and give it to your doctors, give it to your health insurance company, and anybody that you share this information with, family or friend, you'll give them access to this account. This really helps if you have somebody that is helping you through this journey and you want them to have access so they can help make appointments or they can read certain reports, then giving them the login for this private email that's just your medical will be super easy. You might not want them poking around your whole life email and seeing everything that's coming in about your personal life. That's why this is so strategic, because there are people that will help you just with this medical side of your life. I love this strategy. I use this strategy. It's really powerful. I don't want you to get overwhelmed changing your email with all your medical providers and your insurance company, or get overwhelmed because you need to forward those old emails into this new place. You tackle it one bite at a time, as I always say. Maybe today you'll just do your insurance company. Tomorrow, maybe just one doctor. Or if someone is helping you, you guys can just make a list of all your doctors. They can get the contact information out of the phone, and then you can notify them that you are changing your email. Once this is accomplished, you will be so happy that you did this. And you know what? When your treatment protocol is over, you will only visit this once in a rare while, when you'll check to see if you're due for a checkup or a follow-up scan. It will literally put this into a compartment that you only visit when you want to or need to. If you're on long-term treatment, you will also love this strategy because it will allow you to really separate from your world as a patient. You will feel liberated because you will not see these different reminders coming in the fun side of your life that involves family and friends and people who love you. So please try it. You know that I love to share a joke with you, even if it's a silly joke, if I find one that makes me laugh. So here's one that's apropos to the topic. I emailed my husband wedding photos to his Gmail account, and he said he couldn't open any of the files. I asked him why, and he said because he has trouble with emotional attachments. Okay, it's so dumb, but it's funny. We could just laugh. I would love for you to go to ComedyCures.org and hit the record button. Let me know how this is going for you, and if you have any additional suggestions. Also, you can go to the contact button and just write it to me if you don't want to record. I love when you give me your input, and I love when you tell me how this is going for you. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys know this, but Beating Cancer Daily is a listener and donor-supported podcast and community. So if you have some extra change, I'd love you to go to ComedyCures.org and make a donation today of whatever level is comfortable for you. And it will be tax deductible to the extent allowed by law, because Comedy Cures is a nonprofit 501c3 organization founded from my chemo chair, April 1999, and we've been going strong ever since. So please consider making a donation today and help our community and this podcast thrive. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.